There are many ways to strengthen the core. One of my favorites is to do it with dynamic leg work. Basically working on two oppositions. The core helps us to stay stable and centered while the legs move dynamically in all different directions. So let's start by doing some dynamic warm-up. I call it dynamic because we'll be stretching dynamically, gradually lengthening the hamstrings. As you straighten your legs up to the sky, feel your legs getting longer each time. Bending and straightening. And keep going. Feeling it getting longer and more vertical up each time. Continue to bend and straighten. And once you have done a few reps here, start to pull one leg towards you. Try to keep your leg as straight as possible, bending your elbows. Pull the leg towards the chest. You will feel a nice long stretch along the hamstrings and the back of the knees opening up. Next, you will start to straighten the lower leg out, pointing it if you can. So this work on the opposition, lower leg pointing to the front and the top leg towards you. Now then, bring the legs together, opening at the same angle into a V shape. This will give your adductor muscles a deep stretch. Try to see if you can keep both sides equal, using your hands to push the legs open gently. Point the toes if you can. So we'll start to take things a notch up now. I call it intermediate because this is where we'll start to really challenge the core. So this time, as you pull one leg towards you, curl your head, neck, shoulders up while you lengthen the lower leg away and keeping the pelvis stable as you change your leg. Try to see if you can keep your chest high and not dropping. That means your abdominal muscles have to curl in at all times. Gently pull the upper leg towards you. And now start to pick up the pace. Doing a scissors-like motion. No change in the pelvic position. And go again in a rapid pace. Keep the abdominals scooped in at all times, chest maintain curled up and high. One more rep. So bend the top leg this time. As you change your leg, make sure your pelvis stays stable, the abdominal stay curled in. The key thing is, as you pull the top leg towards you, you got to also lengthen the same leg away. So that means you never really pull the top leg in towards the chest. These movements of pulling and pushing your top leg generates more tension, which requires more control in your abdominal and pelvic area, therefore challenging the core. You'll be repeating the same V-leg opening movement, but this time curl your head, neck, shoulders up as you open up your legs, increasing the challenge, or requires more core strength to do this. See if you can open your legs a little bit wider than you did just now. Try to curl up and open your legs at the same time here. Exhale as you curl up. That will help us to engage more to our core. Keep the leg as straight as possible. But if you find it challenging, you can also bend the knees. Alright, now let's do a transition, roll like a ball. I suggest to keep your legs long and wide here as you curl your lower back down and up. Keeping your legs at the same distance, it doesn't come much closer to you, it doesn't shorten or lengthen. Basically, you are curling from the lower back with the help of your abdominal, belly scooping in. That will prepare us for the abdominal roll down here. So here we're not doing the classic Pilates version, which requires you to roll down slowly. This is moderately dynamic, and you're allowed to bend your knees. We want to do an easier, smooth roll down. Circle your arms and roll back up. Use the pulling of your hamstrings to roll yourself up. Alright, now let's take it a notch even higher now. Intermediate to advanced moves. Core strength challenge and more variety of leg movements here. Bend your elbows and scoop your belly in. Bring both legs up and gently tap one at a time on the floor. Try to point your toes as you tap. The point is to keep the upper body stable, holding it at the core while your legs dynamically move one at a time. You have the option of putting your elbows down if you feel this is a little bit too much for your shoulders. Now bring both legs up. Gently flex as you straighten out. Bend your knees as you bring it in. Again, keeping the belly in as you do that. Engaging the lower abdominal muscles especially. Connecting to our pelvic floor and our inner thighs, the adductor muscles as we do that. So now let's reverse. Bending the knees, straightening out, flexing, bringing back up and scooping down. Keep the same composition of the upper body. Now bend one leg at a time, bringing the bent leg closer into your chest as you lengthen the straight leg away. Take a break if you need to. I needed one. And we're going to do something similar but a faster pace. Both legs straight and do it like scissors. Keep up the dynamism. And now we go back to the bent knee and straight leg version. By working alternately this way, we are also challenging the body to adapt to different movements quickly and in a very agile way. Now this windmill legs is literally about drawing 2 circles at the side. Take a break if you need to. It's a lot of core strength work. Also a lot on your legs actually. Now here, reach both legs out, stack them up. Twist your body to one side and look away from the legs. This works our obliques muscles as well, so it's a cross section, really helpful if we want to strengthen our entire abdominal wall. This is in a way a choreography of everything we've done together, put together. Curl your head, neck, shoulders up, open your legs in V, bend your knees and tap your big toes down. A strong core allows us to be agile. Continuing in dynamic choreography here, beat the legs together, alternating between straight legs and bent legs. The only difference is we are doing both now in external rotation. Straighten legs and externally rotate them from the hip joints. As you bend them, you do the same. Stay externally rotated and beat the heels in. A very strong challenge to the core here. Bring both legs up and curled up, and down and bring the chest down at the same time. Chest and legs go up together and come down together. Time to unwind. So from here, you can bend both knees here and start to lean forward a little bit. It's a good lower back release when you lean forward in bent knee position. Try to bring the elbows down so that you can lengthen out the lower back more, thereby releasing it. Change the legs position if you need to. It will help to balance out the hips so that not one hip is more forward all the time. Internal rotate one leg and external rotate the other. Just side bend to the leg that's internal rotated first, followed by the one that's externally rotated. Even if you do it the other way, it's okay. It doesn't really matter because we'll be doing both sides anyway. The important thing is with the legs rotated differently, and when we side bend to either side, it will give us a very different type of stretch. And that is all I have for this video. It's a long one because there's so much core strength and so much dynamic leg work here. Point here is, I hope you're okay keeping up with it. Don't push yourself too hard. If you feel you need to take a break, you can, of course, and you can continue doing the rest of the exercise the next day. It's all good. So for the final move, I just want us to do a expanding breathing movement here. Bring your arms up, draw circles, and breathe in to expand the chest. You can reverse the circling of the arms. It doesn't matter which way your arms circle, I just like to do it this way. But of course, you can do normal, more regular type of circle. It's okay. The important thing is we expand our chest and breathe. And with that said, I'm going to sign off. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for doing the movements with me. Any questions, any feedback, do leave me a comment in the section below. I'd love to hear from you. Hence, do like and subscribe. And remember to keep moving, keep getting better because our body loves movement. And a good challenge sometimes is really good for us. So that's all for now. I see you very soon in the next video. Take care.